What's up, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Welcome to your tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. Please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to maybe learn something or better yourself. If the messages that come through do not resonate for you, please push them aside. Assume they're going out to someone else who needs to hear them, and it might just resonate for you at a later time or date. So again, be open to that. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is optional advice, guidance, and an energy check-in. That being said, hopefully we can have some fun and get you some clear, helpful, insightful messages for wherever you are currently at on your spiritual journey. All right, what's up, Cancer? What's up, Cancer? Let's try and get through that spiel really fast. So I'm going to try a new spread today. You guys are kind of my guinea pigs, I'll be honest. If I don't love it, I might post this reading and I'll throw you guys an extra one. And if I do, then woohoo, we all win. All right, here we go. So for Cancer, we're going to do past, present, and then the future or outcome possibly. Interesting, 5 of Cups. We'll talk about that. All right. So then, let's see. What supports you is the 8 of Swords. I'm wanting to like jump into this sooner, but I'm sort of kind of feeling out where the energy wants to pull me first. So give me 1 second. Okay, cool. All right, so in the past, you have messages coming in. There's some action, there's some energy, there's some forward movement, there's some forward momentum. So how that's impacting you in the present is in some way, you're being more cognizant of the time and energy you're giving to others as well as yourself. I think you're trying to find a good middle ground so that you're not burning the candle at both ends. It could be that things really picked up at work. Or, you're needing to tend to, things with your family. But it could also be something very fun, too. With the 8 of Wands, that could indicate some sort of trip or travel or leisure time, leisure experience, however you want to say it, in which case you're trying to be a little bit more diligent with your money because maybe you're saving for a big trip or there's news that there's something fun coming up. And so, you're not wanting to, blow your money on frivolous things. It's like you're wanting to take care of it's like prioritizing your money for some of you. For some of you, I'm sort of getting this idea too of being made aware that your money may be going to a new, I'm hearing like source or recipient or something like that. Like, again, there may be like a major payment that you're working at. Like maybe some of you are like trying to clear out debt. And so you're actually having some sort of tangible plan to do so. Or it could be that there's a new stream of income coming in for you, Cancer, which is great. I love that. But it could also be that I'm also just getting this idea, and I'm not really sure how to phrase it, but it's like your money is now going, there's like it's like the opposite of a stream of income. There's now sort of like not money pit, but it's like your money is now going to something else that wasn't in your life previously. So it could be that I don't know, maybe you moved into a more expensive apartment, so it's taking a little bit more away, or maybe you bought a car and now you have car payments, or there's something that, the thing is you don't seem stressed about it. I think you thought it through very carefully, but now you're having to sort of manage that. I'm getting like financial plans for some of you. Okay, that's not for everyone, but there we go. Money doesn't look bad though, I am going to say that. So in terms of what is supporting you at the time, you have 8 of Swords, which is a really interesting card in terms of what's helping and supporting you. I think limitations in some way, and maybe it has to do with resisting or denying the temptation to go out and do something, especially in terms of money, because essentially the qualities you need, what's your advice, essentially how you're going to be asked to grow, is to be really good about your money and maybe your work ethic. I think Cancerians have a pretty good work ethic, but you need to be loyal to yourself at this time. And so for some of you, it could have been that you got involved in a relationship where it didn't feel totally equal give and take. And I'm not saying that's true for all of you. I think that's not so much the majority, but there is also kind of a storyline here of the desire to maybe reach out and mend something. You might be better off kind of standing on your own 2 feet and not necessarily dimming your light to try and fit into someone else's version of you. Or does that make sense to anyone? Yeah, Cancer, I'm not sure about this reading yet. I'm not sure. Let's see. So then what is ultimately known to you? The Four of Cups. I think, yeah, there's a need to go within and focus and listen to what your intuitions are telling you. It's funny, I'm getting a huge thing with these two cards about like the idea of temptation. Tempted to reach out, tempted to spend money, yeah, tempted to maybe do something that ultimately isn't going to serve you in the long term, or maybe sort of would go against, I don't know, like moral code, ethics. I don't really think that's it, but it's like, again, it has more to do with self-worth. Ultimately, it's like what you're being asked to recognize or qualities you need is Nine of Pentacles, which is like, I am capable, I'm independent, I'm self-made, like I don't need, like there's a negative shadow side to everything, but it's kind of like this, I don't necessarily need anyone because I have, everything that I require, I'm able to provide for myself in many ways, right? It's not saying this is void of love or void of romance or family or any sort of social connection, but there is a big underscore here of like standing on your own 2 feet and being satisfied in that, knowing that you do have a lot going for you. So yeah, for some of you, it's like it felt like you got put in a box, or I'm hearing the word like trap, like it's a trap. And there, I don't know, mentally too, there's a need to come out from under like the false beliefs or narratives about yourself and recognize your own self-worth. I don't really get how the Eight of Swords is supporting that though. That's a little bit, that hasn't been made clear to me. It's a Jupiter and Gemini card, so I think it's good that you're being exposed to new thoughts and ideas about yourself, and I think it's not so much about being critical of yourself. I think it's practicing self-awareness and recognizing where you yourself, Cancer, have held you back. I think that's it. Rather than playing the blame game, sometimes I think the Eight of Swords, it's occasionally, right? Because it's supporting you in this reading, I think it's good to sit in that energy and ask maybe the larger questions why. Like there's certain information available to you and you're kind of having to go off of that, and you're being asked to lean into the I know I'm good enough. Like I'm good enough for me, so that like that's all I need. Like not leaning into anyone else's sense of approval. Yeah, I think that's what this is. I think there's a recognition of situations or people or relationships that have made you question your worth, and you're being asked to sort of reset the scales and establish internal balance, knowing that the universe moves you forward the more you lean into this like energy of pride and confidence and I got this, independent, like badass energy. So yeah, what's known as the Four of Cups, that you are extremely intuitive, that, people can't really pull the wool over your eyes right now because you know what's up. I do also get this idea of the temptation to reach out and take something, but I think if this supports you, there's a reason why you're being asked not to reach out and accept or take it right now. I don't know if this has to do with a job offer. I don't get that so much. Gosh, Cancer, for some of you, I almost get the idea of a relationship that, again, it doesn't tick all the boxes for you. I think you have some reservations. Thank you. That's how I would say that. So then what's hidden, what's unknown? You have the Knight of Wands. So you have messages coming in. Again, possibly some sort of invitation to go on some sort of expedition or adventure travel that you might not see coming. I think that would be a good thing. It could also be too, if this is relationship related and the idea of like the temptation to do this, but you're also, I don't know, part of you is kind of like, do I have time for this in my life, or am I having to like negotiate plans to make it work? I think some of you intuitively know it might not be either the right timing or it might not be the right one, even though you're wanting to move forward, right? In the past, it's like, ooh, this feels like it could really take off. Something kind of came to a halt. But here's the thing, you don't, like, we're going to talk about the Five of Cups, but so far you don't really seem to be in a place where it's just like a crushing blow. It's kind of like, okay, that didn't quite go the way I thought, but I'm going to like settle my energy and kind of like go within. And again, not punish myself or blame myself, or do you know what I mean? Like there's kind of like a natural releasing. Like if it's meant to be mine, I shouldn't have to chase it. Kind of like, I don't know, maybe this doesn't apply, but like if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's meant to be yours. And I think that's very true with the Nine of Pentacles. She has like her falcon, right? And there's this idea of like loyalty. Like when the falcon goes away, it comes back because it wants to, right? You know, it's like it's a good connection. It's earthy energy. It's solidified. Yeah, it's like, I feel like there's someone reaching out to you that's like, would you like a sip of my coffee? And you're just like, it's a little bitter. Can we sweeten it up a little bit? Okay, thank you, Spirit. I feel like that tells me everything I need to know. I feel like you're engaging with someone romantically, or it could be a job offer, but like it doesn't tick all the boxes. You're kind of like, I don't know if it's to my liking. I don't know if it's to my taste, because you know what? Like I have high expectations now because I'm coming into my own. I know that I got value, so it's like I want that to be mirrored back to me. Yeah, I'm literally hearing it's not sweet enough. It's not sweet enough. Are you going to sweeten the deal? Are you going to sweeten the offer? Yeah, sweeten the deal. I can see that, right? So, Knight of Wands. You may have a fire sign coming into you, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and they are coming with speed, with heat, baby. They may have left an earth sign behind. If there was a fire sign that was romantically entwined with an earth sign, I don't know why that's coming up, but anyway. The Two of Swords. Yeah, so I don't know though. Are you going to block them? Or are you not going to engage with them? I mean, it's coming up in what's unknown, so there's like some wiggle room here where I'm not sure you're totally going to understand this message to begin with, because it's kind of like in the shadows right now. It's not fully formed yet. It's still kind of being fleshed out. Okay, or it could indicate that there may be a fire sign who is patiently waiting or watching. It's like I'm hearing like I'm waiting for my moment. You may have a fire sign who's waiting to come in, but they're kind of, I don't know if they're testing the waters with you or looking on social media or trying to see what you're up to before they approach you again. Now, this may be your person from the past. You do have 2 cards of Sagittarius. It's possible. But I almost get that there's something or someone else involved here. The whole like, it's not quite sweet enough. I almost think that maybe intuitively you knew not to jump at some sort of offer that you had mixed feelings about, because I think there's this element of like, I think I want something more. I think I deserve something better. And so I don't know, maybe something's coming into you that actually is better. Like, and then I like, this is kind of interesting too. Like the future outcome is 5 of Cups. So here's the thing, Cancer, with this being your energy, I don't think this is most of you. I think this is someone else. I think this is someone else who feels like they missed out on an opportunity with you, especially with this whole like cup dynamic of like, oh, here, I don't mean to make this sound weird or sexual, but it's like, here, drink my cup. I drink your milkshake. That's what it makes me think of. What movie is that from? It's P.T. Anderson. I don't know what that movie's called. Anyway, moving on. That's so Cancerian though, the milkshake, right? Oh God. I think this is related. I think this is someone you rejected, Cancer. Interesting. This is kind of like a role reversal for my Cancer readings. Usually it's you who's like, oh, nobody loves me. Nobody wants me. I think this is the opposite. I think you're stepping into your own and you're like, didn't I say this to you last time? It's like, it's a no from me. Sorry. It's a no from me. I don't even think you're sorry. I think, so here's the thing. I do think it was a little bit of a trigger when it happened, or every now and then you get like pangs on your heart and you're a little bit like, oh, that didn't feel great, but you know what? Okay, I still love myself. Like good things, I have good things going for me. Like I'm successful in my career. I have this, that, and the other thing. Like love will come when it is supposed to. That's sort of the message I get here. I do think there's another offer coming in. I don't hate this Knight of Wands. It could be an Aries, very strong Aries energy with like this speed racer. And especially with the red hair too. Something about that makes me feel it's just very Aries. It's very fiery. Are we allowed to know anything else about this Knight of Wands, please? Queen of Swords, yeah, a big conversation coming in, possibly about connection, about establishing harmony. Could be about resetting the scales. I do think there's messages coming into you about what is likely a romantic suitor, or if it's not that, it's a job offer that you previously said no to, that they're willing to renegotiate to your terms. The thing is, I think they're trying to mold and fit into what you are desiring. Now, if it's a person, I don't know if I love that energy. But if it's a job, it's more like you may have asked for you may have had a lot of stipulations before you quote unquote like sign the contract, and I think they want you enough where they're willing to be like, all right, you know what, maybe we can give a little bit, like maybe we can up the salary a little bit. Like this actually feels really good, Cancer. This part does. And again, this probably doesn't make sense to you right now because it's what's hidden. It's not here available in the light yet. It's literally in the shadows. And again, 2 cards of Libra, I'm hearing literally terms of negotiation. In terms of bringing you on board, like picking things up, speeding up to have you, it's like they're trying to catch up to you so that they don't miss out on an opportunity. And like, I think when it does come in, the messages are going to come in very fast the way it did here, but something it's like it tapered off or it slowed down. You may think that this person already moved on and like filled the role without you. I think that's false. Or something changed where maybe they hired someone else and then it didn't work out. And now they're coming back to you like, okay, like we'll pay you what you want. Like we really need you on board, Cancer. That feels lovely. I really like that. Again, others of you, it could be a romantic thing. Why the 5 of Cups? Yeah, just make sure you're not too in your head about any fixed outcome. I think that's important too. With Gemini energy, there's a mutable, like adaptable flexibility that is needed from you because it's almost like the outcome hasn't been determined yet. So if you sort of marry yourself or commit yourself to the idea that, oh, this didn't work out and blah, 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 I don't think that's true. I think this energy is still very much in flux. This is about maintaining your integrity, maintaining your self-esteem, knowing your value, knowing that you're worth. And therefore the universe is gonna mirror that in what comes into you in you know, the next few weeks. I don't know, something like that. So I see outcome 5 of Cups. I mean, I think I already know. I think this is someone who feels guilt or regret or loss or something. What's the deal with that? The Empress. Yeah, they didn't treat you right. They made you question your value or your worth or diminished it, but here's the thing, they really didn't. Maybe for a second you were kind of like feeling, I don't even know if you felt rejected though. Like I'm not totally sure what the scenario is here, but I think this person still thinks about you. I think this person still dreams about you. It may be a Taurus or a Libra. Something about the scent, the aroma, the perfume is very sweet. There's something like fruity or florally. I don't know. Something about like perfume or cologne or something like that. This person has tattoos. What else? I'm just getting like downloads from it. They may also have very strong earthy energy or a Saturn placement, where they're slow to catch up, but then when they decide that they want this, they come in like a lightning bolt. They come in with verve and energy. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is deliberating. Yeah, so this person is deliberating if you've moved on without them. This person is deliberating if you still have room for them in your life. I also think this message goes both ways. It's someone who they've been silent for a while, but then it's like when they think about trying to come back into your life, it gives them so much anxiety because they're like, Cancer would never take me back. I think they're worried about the timeline, like it's been too long. I lost my chance of, this is such like a kick rocks card. It's like, oh man. But it's like, I don't know. 5 of Cups, sometimes it's the card of crying over spilt milk. There's that milk reference again. That milkshake. Oh, is this you, Cancer? Does your milkshake bring all the boys to the yard? I think it does. Cancer. All right, my male Cancers, all 2 of my male Cancers watching this are like, what is she talking about? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, bros. This might be for the females out there. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I lost. I'm going to be honest. I lost what I was saying because I got too involved in the lyrics going through my head. Moving on. Is this person going to come back? I think they're juggling the idea of it. It's also possible that they had romantic options and so they weren't fully invested in you. And like, I don't even necessarily think I have to share this message because it's kind of neither here nor there. But I guess for some of you watching this and your emotions are invested, it's like, they feel like they made the wrong decision. I can tell you that for sure. I don't know if they're going to do anything about it soon. Like, this is what's hidden, and I don't really have a timeline on it. I do, and so whether this is the same person or not, I'm not really sure, but there is a message coming into you about wanting to negotiate or I'm hearing the word like peace offering. There's a better word for that, though, like a peace offering or... The thing is, like, what's coming in, though, it doesn't have cups, so I'm not sure it's an apology or a romantic offer. I think it has more to do with, like, let's renegotiate the contract. That being said, they are coming in with passion. I'll give you that. But yeah, you don't have a lot of cup energy here, so I'm not certain that it's a romantic prospect coming back. For a lot of you, it might be career related. So let's just ask then. Like this whole person who's like, I missed out on my chance and it's been too long, and like, what's the deal with that? What can I tell my Cancers out there? I love this Empress. I love her dress. I would wear that. It's just pretty. She's so pretty. Are they going to come back? The High Priestess. You know, they're going to be silent for a while. That is your card, though. Also, I mean, I do get this idea of, like, juggling people or not knowing what they want or not knowing how to, like, come correct. They're silent, but they're watching. That sounds like a cheetah in the woods or something. It's like they're ready to pounce. But are they, though, or are they just watching? Yeah, they think about you at work. I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't seem... There's not a lot of action and energy cards regarding that storyline. I'm not saying it couldn't turn into this, but we don't know. It's what's in the shadows. All right, moving on. Actually, let's do this deck first. Money and career stuff looks good. Again, something about renegotiation of contracts for more money. I like that. I like that a lot. More hours, more... I don't know. Income, making it rain. I like it. I think this too is saying, like, focus on what you can control. You can control you can control your work, you can control your lifestyle. Let the rest fall into place the way it is supposed to. You don't need to force or rush anything. Allow things to happen organically. The universe will deliver something to you that does meet your needs and honors and respects who you are, so you don't have to consider anything that below that. Do you understand what I mean, Cancer? All right, stop judging and start loving. That's one of your oracle cards. This one's kind of peeking out too. Slow down and rest. You need it. Yeah, and especially with the Eight of Swords, like it's coming up in what supports you, but it's like, I think, holding pattern. Okay, I just heard you're in a holding pattern. There's delays on communication. Someone isn't able to reach out and communicate to you right now. And again, at work or romance-wise, you don't need to go into this like spiral of self-pity, self-hatred. They didn't like me. I bombed the interview. Why don't they want to date me? Like it has nothing to do with that. It's like this is a necessary delay and challenge or obstacle that's being placed in here because of divine timing. Like the universe is doing this on purpose, and you don't need to understand why. You just need to be chill and not worry about it. Something is coming in for you. A conversation at minimum, but again, renegotiation of contracts. All right, Heal Yourself Oracle. Heal Yourself Oracle. All right, Phoenix Rising. Love it. 32. I opened right to it. I love that. All right, this is not time to create, but a time to sweep everything away that has not worked in your life. The reason so many things are breaking down and not going your way is because old cycles of your life are completing. You may feel that you are walking through the fires of life right now in order to be cleansed and purified for rebirth. Soon you will not recognize yourself. You are reclaiming your spirit. If possible, try and isolate yourself from the chaos surrounding you. That's what this is too. Isolation, right? Now is the time for you to feel any pain that you have previously suppressed so that you can heal. The universe has plans and opportunities that are better than you can imagine. So let go and trust and anticipate what is coming. Cool. I like that. All right, zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading for Cancer. What do you think of this spread? Let me know in the comments below. I value your input, Cancer. You guys are like my highest subbies, so we'll see. I like your message. I have lukewarm feelings about the card spread so far. All right, zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading. Sagittarius, Gemini, and Gemini. Holy shit, Cancer. Are you dealing with a Gemini? We'll roll two more. Sagittarius again, and Gemini. Really? Is that what the universe is going to do to me? They're like, yeah, that's who they're dealing with. All right, we'll keep Sag, we'll keep Gemini. Let's get two more zodiac signs. Anybody else who wants to show up in this reading? Anybody else? Any other signs? All right, Virgo and Gemini again. All right, I'm taking it. But third time's the charm. We rolled Gemini 3 times. So, all right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, Cancer.